1, 2, 3, come on!
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video, as you can see here, I'm doing a dress for Miss Philippines, Miss Naga City, on her Miss Sketch International pageant. It is already starting. I mean, the registration and everything that we have to do for the requirements are already starting, and of course, since she won a national pageant, then she is automatically in for the international pageant. And it is unusual for this year's Miss Sketch International because there are lots of candidates. I mean, the candidates before it's not as much as what we have right now, because the organization has selected 20 top 20 to be inserted on the final cut of the Miss Sketch International pageant. So it's quite a lot. I thought before it was only like 13 contestants, but they maximized the, I guess I think they're just doing it for others to be able to join as well, because they want to give an opportunity for the others who aren't experiencing international pageant yet, Miss Sketch International pageant. So I think that's a good move for them to give chance to others who aren't usually entering the cut. So a lot of contestants has entered the cut on this international pageant right now. So if you haven't watched my part 1 of this, I already uploaded it first. Before this one, the part 1 is on how I rendered her skin and the body pose. So that thing is just a reference for you, or a video that will help you enhance your shading skills or rendering skills on the skin. But for now, let us focus on this one. So on the registration before the pageant, for the registration, they will be asking you to copy a dress and accessories, also the shoes, and that's what I am doing right now here. Then I think the fabric is quite thick. It's not a silk fabric. I think it's gazar because I have seen texture on it. So of course, as usual, I'd be drawing the silhouette and feel the base color. Of course, with just a simple pen, the deep pen. Again, it's deep pen. If there are others who are asking me what brushes do I use, that is for my base color. And then most of the time I use airbrush, but for this one, since it has texture, I used airbrush particle large, that thing that you can see there. And I'm making an adjustment, so just check on how I make the adjustment so that we will be having a better rendering or larger particles, or I'd say a more obvious texture. And then of course, after that, just like what you have seen, I placed the black shadow and then do some erasures. After that, I went ahead and applied the highlights. So for the highlights, the colors that I am using for a shiny fabric is a saturated color, and that is the saturated red that I used there, and I placed them on the parts that need some highlights. So don't use a too big of a brush, just a little smaller so it won't occupy everything and lose the effect and details. And by the way, I'd like to thank everybody for supporting my candidate on the Miss Sketch International. No, not just, I mean, before that, I have gained a lot of supporters for Miss Naga City since she was representing Naga City, but now she's representing the whole Philippines for this Miss Sketch International pageant. And still, I can see that there are lots of supporters, lots of comments, reacts, and I am very thankful for the support. Yes, of course, that's something that I do really appreciate. If you can see, she has a different face right now, and that is because the so-called surgery, we call it surgery on our models when we are changing their faces and everything. I also changed her hair color as my mentor told me that I should give her a more yellowish tone rather than a reddish tone. And her name is actually quite changed, not really changed into a different name. She was Alexa and we quite made it longer into Alexandra Fajardo. And that is just okay because it is not that far to her original name. Let's just say it's her nickname before. As you can see here, since it feels like the wrinkles of the clothes are and the folds, as you can see, is quite awkward or not properly placed, so I changed the shading and the shadows, also the highlights, into a much better placement. Not too much of a wrinkle. That girl that you can see, or the illustration that you can see on the other side, is the former Miss Sketch International winner last year. Yeah, I guess that was last year when she have won the crown, and I hope that we are going to win in this journey. So just keep on supporting me. If you don't know anything about sketch pageantry yet, I think it's time that you try to join on this pageant. Well, if you're just interested or you want to learn more, you want to improve on your skills, there are lots of people there who are willing to help and give you some mentorship. So just for you to improve, it's for free. Everybody is very willing to help. By the way, the sketch pageantry or SPCFI, it is a group of fashion illustrators. I think it's kind of like a group where we are having sports competition for fashion illustrators to show their skills, capabilities, and also enhancing them. I mean, not all are there who, how do you call it? I'm quite having a hard time speaking in English. I think my nose is bleeding already. I mean, um, sorry for that breath. Uh, where was I? Okay, so this group, sketch pageantry, is this group is made for fashion illustrators. This is a form. I mean, everything that is in here is made to help all of the fashion illustrators to improve on their sketches and rendering. And not everybody here came good already. I mean, some are beginners. Oh, sorry for that. That's the dog here on the other side. Her name is Collins. So let's get back to what I was talking about. Oh, what an interruption. Okay, so just like what I was saying, not everybody here is good already. There are other people who are, I mean, completely zero, no knowledge on fashion illustrations, and later on they become good. I mean, they are developing every day because there are mentors as well who are helping them to improve on their skills. So it is a really good thing that we join groups in such sport as this to develop ourselves. And before I even joined this pageantry, I have learned that there are people here who were once a member who is now successful on the fashion industry. So I hope that someday I'll be successful on my own as well in bringing my own brand. But for now, of course, you have to be, I mean, you have to learn a lot of things before having your own name. It will take a lot of years, longer years, but you know, it's better that we always trust the process and not do things drastically. I mean, we can't fast forward everything. Let's just trust the process, trust God. He knows everything that is good for you. So that is what I am holding on right now. Anyways, we're already on the end of this video. Sorry, I did not give you any much more instructions, but just some words and some talks that you might be able to relate to, and just a little bit of some sharing. And I would always want to thank everybody for supporting me on this channel and also on the sketch pageant. I hope to see you guys on my more projects or more videos that I will be doing. I am just so happy that you guys are there watching me and also learning as well. I'll be seeing you on my next videos. Thank you so much, and I love you guys.